Now here you can see the black on top is actually the MPC 116 scale kit from the kit. So the bottom one, the gray one, is actually the project in progress one being built. Now here you can see the NASCAR kit one from the kit. This is exactly what they look like in the kit when you get them out. This here is project in progress one that we make. We're not dishing the other kit by no means, but if you're going factory stock, like from the factory, then you want the gray one. If you go on NASCAR kit, you want the black one right here. Those are the difference in between the two. As you can see, there's a lot of details missing from the black one. Now, I'll put this here. Doing this gray one, okay? Making the gray one is actually was a lot of fun doing, and a lot of contours, a lot of studying to do on this. Now here is the kit one from the kit. Now you can see how it's like flat almost. There's hardly no detail to it at all. Yeah, I understand it's actually NASCAR, design. But the general of the show is actually a street stock car off the street. Now here you can see the gray one outside now. Now you can see with the black one here, you can see the details on how far apart they are. From the project in progress on to the NPC one, from the kit. Again, I'm not dishing the kit by no means. It's a good kit if you want to build NASCAR models out of them. It's the best way to go about it if you want to build NASCAR. But if you're going to build a street car, you got a lot of work ahead of you if you're going to use that kit. Whereas project in progress chassis here is actually a lot more detailed and actually go a lot better with the build. But as you can see right here, a lot of mock-ups is being done right here. And what I mean by mock-ups is a lot of tests being doing. Going to make sure every piece is actually going to line up now since it's actually being corrected into a straight stock car version that came from the factory, of an automotive factory back in the day. Now if you look right here on this piece right here, you can see where the road tubs on the black one, they just round out on the bottom. The stock versions actually contours to the shell of the car on the exterior. And the shell is not exactly round, it's actually contoured. Now if you look right here, you can see some of the differences right here in the two chassis. And you can see the details as not in one as in the stock, probably in the stock right here. The green one is ours, the black one is actually the kit one, just so everybody knows. So you can compare the similarities. Now here is all these little indents, these little areas, is actually all done by project in progress, by me. It took a long time to actually get all those places actually curved out and actually put into the chassis to get it right where it's at now. All those contours, body lines, everything, it actually was all hand done, as you've seen in your clip. Now, I think right here, if you're noticing the frame rails here on the project program is only being held in place at the moment by a couple of lines for mock-up purposes only, so we can actually get the correctness and little scribe lines on the correct places on the chassis, so we can actually install the frame rails later on in the correct positions. Because we still got to do the fender aprons yet too, and we haven't got those done yet. Now, if you look right here, you can see the firewall. Now, anybody that owns these cars can see that this firewall actually has all the indents that the real car has on theirs. We use gray primer, flat black at times, and a little white primer, just so we can color shade the area so it'd be a lot easier instead of being one color and being hard to see. Now, if you look right here, you can see all the indents, all the holes, all the bolt holes, everything that is being drilled into this. So, actually, an accuracy of the real street car versions. Now, here you can see how much was actually done in the back of the car, and how much we actually had to remove plastic and trim it down a little bit to actually get it in the shape of what it should be. Because some odd reason, these cars, when they come out of the box, they're actually too wide. Yes, you're right, they're actually too wide for the width of the Charger. You can tell that they're designed for NASCAR. But street cars, they're a little more narrower instead of being wider. Here you can see the gas cap indentation in the back end. Now this here is the fun part right here. The windshield wiper piece is actually indent right there. A lot of people always overlook those. Frame right there, if you look, you can see the driver's side is up, but the passenger side is down there, because I haven't had time to get the passenger side in correctness yet. Now as for the here, now you're seeing the rear window ledge. When that foundation area for the rear tunnel window, as they call it. And by the way, we have no issue by no means with the Confederate flag. And we will not be hiding it on our channels, on our website, video clips. So if you don't like the flag, then please do not watch the clips because you will not like it then if you are against that flag. But President Parker is not against that flag by no means. So you know. Now what you're seeing right here is, if you look at the pin right there, that's actually a piece of electrical wire that we actually cut off and use as a pin to keep the chassis and the shell in the location while we did the mock-up pieces. Here is the rear frame rails that were built, as you see in the other clip. Here they are in the pieces that are actually being finished off, so they can actually be applied to the rear chassis piece. Now as for the glossiness on the piece here, what I do is, when we take and build these things, I take sandpaper and sand the glossiness off, and then that way I can easily work with it and glue it in place. I sand both sides of the plastic off, that way I get a nice adjustment to both sides as I glue them together. Now here you see where I actually put the frame rails in place, in the correct place, between the gas tank area and the trunk pan. Now that is actually supposed to be sitting just like inside it. Yeah, there's some contour issues yet, and some issues that I gotta deal with yet, which I'm working on at the moment. Because it's actually a pretty fun process of building these things. Well, if you want to sit back and complain about building one, if you want to complain all the time, then the building is not for you. Because building a motor car is actually scratch building funness. And that's what motor car builders do. They love scratch building pieces on the cars. If you're going to complain about it, then you shouldn't be doing it by no means. Sorry. Now here you see a piece right here. This is actually a square hollow stock that was actually strapped in the middle to make these right here. Copper pieces of the aprons, of the inner fender pieces, of the inner fender skirts that is going to be built here. Again, none of these things are being built in one big giant piece. They're actually being pieced together because we like doing old school work. We don't like doing new school work stuff. I have nothing against 3D modeling and stuff like that. We're probably get into it in the future here. But at this moment, we're still old school builders. That's me. And doing it like this here is actually a real fun way because you can actually adjust pieces as you go. Now here is the piece. Now this is actually a K member being fit on for the first time onto the two pieces. Now the original kit piece, was all flat and 2/4 off. Now this here is actually going to be a bow area, like a smiley face. And it's going to actually have working parts actually attached to it when it's actually in place, like the lower A arms. And right here we're trying to get the location of how wide they go by using the firewall area, where the frame rails are actually equal in the center, and also the apron skirt are actually equal in the sides of the frame rails. The apron skirt here is actually early stages of being built. Now as you can see, now we actually use a thick evergreen and actually a thick piece of plastic here. I'm sign plastic that was scrapped to actually build this here. Now, most time when you build something, just like in a computer land, you go off the shapes. Right here we're just rough shaping in place. Layer upon layer, what I mean by that is angle, we angle it, we glue it, when we angle the other angle, we glue it, and then we go back and we each step work on building up. And as you can see, that is actually a shock tower for in the front. Now this here is actually, if people haven't noticed it, is actually the passenger side apron being built. Now, what we're doing right now, we're testing it to see if it's going to be in the exact location of the aprons, of the firewall, and the shock area for the A-arm. Some of this is going to be needed on this, because this is only the early stages of being scratched at this moment. But that's where the fun comes out, is actually making the pieces by hand.